Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Thakur Hari Bol, Thakur Hari Bol. Thakur Prabhupada Hari Bol, Jaya Shri Radhe Shyam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaurabhata Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 15. To take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord means to take shelter of the pure devotees. The pure devotees whose only business is serving are honored by the names Prabhupada and Vishnupad, which indicate that such devotees to be representatives of the lotus feet of the Lord. So the pure devotees' only business is serving Krishna. Such devotees of the Lord are honored equally with the Lord because they are engaged in the most confidential service of the Lord, for they deliver out of the material world the fallen souls whom the Lord wants to return home back to Godhead. So we're living in the material world right now, so we are fallen souls, and Krishna wants us to return back to Godhead, back to the spiritual world, where we can enjoy a life of eternal bliss in the association of Krishna and his beautiful devotees. Such pure devotees are better known as vice lords according to revealed scriptures. The sincere disciple of the pure devotee considers the spiritual master equal to the Lord, but always considers himself to be a humble servant of the Lord. This is the pure devotional path. Text 16. Krova Bhagavatas Tasya Punya Shlokedya Karmana Shuddhi Kamona Shrinuyad Yasha Kali Malapaham. Who is there desiring deliverance from the vices of the age of quarrel? Who is not willing to hear the virtuous glories of the Lord? The age of Kali is the most condemned age due to its quarrelsome features. Kali Yuga is so saturated with vicious habits that there is a great fight at the slightest misunderstanding. Those who are engaged in the pure devotional service of the Lord, who are without any desire for self-aggrandizement, and who are freed from the effects or fruit of actions and dry philosophical speculations, are capable of getting out of the estrangements of this complicated age. The leaders of the people are very much anxious to live in peace and friendship, but they have no information of the simple method of hearing the glories of the Lord. On the contrary, such leaders are opposed to the propagation of the glories of the Lord. In other words, the foolish leaders want to completely deny the existence of the Lord. In the name of secular state, such leaders are enacting various plans every year, but the insurmountable intricacies of the material nature of the Lord By the insurmountable intricacies of the material nature of the Lord, all these plans for progress are being constantly frustrated. They have no eyes to see that their attempts at peace and friendship are failing. But there is the hint to get over the hurdle. If we want actual peace, we must open the road to understanding of the Supreme Lord and glorify him for his virtuous activities as they are depicted in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 17, Tasya karmanyudarani paritgitani surabi brihina shradhadananam laya dadata kala. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. Please therefore speak to us, who are eager to hear about the adventures he performs in his various incarnations. The personality of Godhead is never inactive, as some less intelligent persons suggest. His works are magnificent and magnanimous. His creations, both material and spiritual, are all wonderful and contain all variegatedness. They are described nicely by such liberated souls as Sri Narada, Vyasa, Valmiki, Devala, Asita, Madhva, Sri Chaitanya, Ramanuja, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarka, Sridhar, Vishwanath, Baladev, Bhaktivinoda, Siddhanta Saraswati, and many other learned and self-realized souls. These creations, both material and spiritual, are full of all opulence, beauty, and knowledge, but the spiritual realm is more magnificent due to its being full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. The material creations are manifested for some time as perverted shadows of the spiritual kingdom and can be likened to cinemas. They attract people of less intelligent caliber who are attracted by false things. Hare Krishna. The material world attracts people of less intelligence who are attracted by things that are false, not permanent. The spiritual world, everything there is eternal and permanent. It's ever existing. It doesn't disappear, but everything in this world disappears at some point. Our bodies will disappear at some point. We have these bodies right now, but at some point we'll die and our bodies will disappear. But in the spiritual world, nothing disappears. Is he hungry? No. Reading from Srila Prabhupada lectures. Is he hungry? No. Yome bhaktya prayachati. Just to induce you again to love Krishna, that is the point, because this material condition is bhutva praliyate. Bhagavad Gita 8, chapter 8, text 19, subjected to birth, death, old age, disease, and so many other material conditions. You have fallen in this condition because you have forgotten Krishna. Just like last night, so many people came to discuss with us, but they are not interested in talking of Krishna. They are interested in how their sense gratification will be disturbed by starting this temple. That is their concern. Here we have come to preach about Krishna. They did not ask anything about Krishna. What is this philosophy? What is this Krishna's philosophy? No, they are simply interested in their own sense gratification, that's all. How their sense gratification will be disturbed. They are concerned in that way. This is the position of the material world. Everyone is simply interested in sense gratification. That's all. There is no question of asking, what is God? What am I? What is this world? Actually, these should be the questions of human life. Are you asking these questions? These are the questions. What is God? What am I? What is this world? Actually, these should be the questions of human life. Ato Brahma Jignasa. They should be engaged always in inquiring about the Supreme Being, the Absolute Truth. That is their only business. But you see, the whole world, they are simply busy how to satisfy their senses. This is the cause of fall down. Most people in this world, the majority, are just trying to satisfy their senses. They're trying to enjoy this material world. They're trying to enjoy through food, through sex, through entertainment, through money. This is what people are doing. If you observe, that's what people are doing. They're just trying to satisfy their senses, for the most part. Krishna bahir mukha hana boga vancha kare nikata sta maya tare japati adare pramavivarta. There are many quotations because we have forgotten Krishna. Therefore, we are now under the clutches of Maya. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Guru Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Vinaya